Now, Chapter 6, Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. What is natural vegetation? And what are the different types of natural vegetations that are available for us? And what are the different types of animals which are present in our planet? That we will be discussing in this unit. Now, first point, where the natural vegetation happens, depending on the height of the place, depending on the place where we are talking about, depending upon the climate of that particular region, depending on the temperature and moisture, the natural vegetation happens. If the place is at a very higher altitude, let us take on the tip of the Mount Everest, is there any possibility of doing natural vegetation? No. So, depends on the place of what we are talking. When we are talking about the Sahara Desert, is there any possibility to have natural vegetation as it is on the plain lands? No. So, depending on the height, depending on the place, depending on the climate of the place. Climate is an average study of the weather of a place for nearly 30 years. That is called climate. So, depending on the climate, if it is extremely hot climatic region or extremely cold climatic region, depending on the climate, the plants and the trees grow there. Depending on the temperature, as I mentioned just now, climate is associated with temperature. High temperatures, heavy rains. Low temperatures, no rains. And about this, again we have moisture, we have humidity. So, all these factors play a very vital role in knowing about the natural vegetation of a place. We will now discuss about the general natural vegetations which are found across the planet. So, generally, the natural vegetations can be broadly categorized into three major categories. First, it is the forest, the different types of forest, grasslands, different types of grasslands, and shrubs, the different types of shrubs. As I mentioned just now in the previous point, basing on the climate, basing on the temperature, basing on the moisture, basing on the place, basing on the height, forests, the type of natural vegetation depends. Even in forests also, we have nearly 6 categories of forests. Grasslands, we have different categories of grasslands. Shrubs, we have different categories of shrub places or different types of shrubs grown in different places. Forests, in the forest, if you associate them to the climate, if they are in a equatorial zone, there they receive heavy rainfall, we have evergreen forests there. If you are moving away from the equator, we have temperate tropical forests. Then we are going towards the poles, there we have very less availability of flora and fauna in that forest. So, depending on all these factors of place, climate, region and all, we can categorize the forests into 6 categories. In that, the first category is the tropical evergreen forest. The second category is the tropical deciduous forest. The third category, temperate evergreen forest. And the fourth category is temperate deciduous forest. The rest of the two we will discuss in the later part. Coming to the first one, tropical evergreen forest. As the name suggests, tropical, it is present in the tropical region. It is located near the tropics. Evergreen, the trees in this forest will never shed down their leaves. That's why the name has been kept rightly as tropical evergreen forest. Where are these forests found? Why the trees are not shedding their leaves at all? These kinds of forests are found near the equator and the tropical region. Between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, the entire belt, the torrid belt, covers the tropical evergreen forest, and these regions receive very heavy rainfalls. Due to this, the whole along the year they have rains, and as they have continuous supply of water and heavy rainfall, the trees never shed down their leaves, and they also result in the formation of canopies. Starting from the Amazon basin to the African coast, everywhere we have the evergreen forest and we have canopies. And one example what we can remember when it comes to canopies, if you look at the anaconda stays on the canopies and comes down if see any activity going on down in the water, comes down, takes the food what does it want to eat, and then again moves back to the canopies. What are these canopies? Canopies are the trees the tall trees attached with the climber trees and formed like a shed or a row to stay there, that is called a canopy. Just like our asbestos houses what we build on tall pillars and we put that one, the similar way naturally found with the climber trees is called as canopies. And here we find the hardwood trees that are grown here and very useful for us in our building of the houses, doors, everything, windows. Those are rosewood, ebony and mahogany trees are found in the tropical evergreen forest. And coming to the next category of evergreen forest, that is the temperate evergreen forest. As the name suggests, these forests are located in the temperate regions. So coming to the temperate evergreen forest, these are located in the mid-latitudinal extent. Mid-latitudes, between the tropics and between the circles, we have the temperate zones. So in these temperate zones, we find this kind of forest, that is the evergreen forest. These are mostly found in the southeastern parts of the countries or the continents, like southeastern part of United States of America, southern part of China and the Brazilian parts. What are the trees that are grown here? The famous trees that are found here are oak, pine and the eucalyptus. All these three are found in the temperate evergreen forest. As already it's mentioned in the name itself, these forests also, the trees in this forest also will never shed their leaves. That's why it's also rightly called as temperate evergreen forest. So we have two evergreen forest categories. Those are, one is tropical evergreen forest, the next one is the temperate evergreen forest. Coming to the tropical deciduous forest and temperate deciduous forest. The tropical deciduous forest is located in the regions of India, northern Australia and central part of America. And these trees in the deciduous forest will definitely shed down their leaves. As the name suggests, it is located near the tropical region between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. And here the trees which are found here are sal, teak, num and sishma. What are the animals that are found here? Tiger, lion, elephant and monkeys are found in the tropical deciduous forest. Coming to the temperate deciduous forest, temperate zone. In the temperate zone, the higher altitudes, it is located in the very high altitude, the higher latitudes, means the latitude amounts are going up. The degree of latitude is going up, the higher latitudes. It is located again in the similarly with those of the temperate evergreen forest. Parallel to that, this is in the southeastern part we have the temperate evergreen forest. In the northeastern part we have the temperate deciduous forest of United States, China, New Zealand and Chile. So here in the temperate deciduous forest, the trees shed down their leaves as per the seasons. And the famous trees which are found here are oak, ash and beech. While coming to the animals which are found here are deer, foxes and wolves. We are also finding here some rare birds which are available in this temperate deciduous forest region. Those are pheasants and monals are also found here. These are the 4 different categories of forests which are found in our planet. Let us now learn about the other 2 categories of forest, different types of grasslands and the shrubs. Now, coming to the next 2 categories of forest, as we discussed about the 4 categories of forest earlier. Now the forest, in that we have the Mediterranean vegetation and the coniferous forest. These are the last 2 categories of forest which we are covering in this chapter. So in the Mediterranean forest, as the name suggests, this is found near the Mediterranean region, near the Mediterranean Sea to be more specific. But not only in the Mediterranean Sea, it is also found in the regions of western part and the southwestern part of the continents. When we discussed about the temperate forests, we mentioned it very clearly that it is found in the northern part of the continent and northeastern part of the continents. Similarly, the Mediterranean type of forests are found in the western parts of the continents and also on the southwestern part of the continents. like specifically as the name is given, it is found near the regions of Europe, Africa and Asia, where the presence of the Mediterranean Sea can be felt. But not only there, it is also found near the regions of California in United States of America, southwestern parts of Africa, southwestern parts of South America, southwestern parts of Australia can be felt with the Mediterranean type of climatic vegetation. And what are the fruits or the plants that are grown here? That is the oranges, figs, olives and grapes are grown here extensively. Coming to the coniferous forest, the coniferous forest is found near the latitudinal extents of 50 degrees to 70 degrees latitudinal extent, that is far above from the equator and very close nearby to the poles. So this type of vegetation or forests are known as taiga forests. And here the most famous tree is Salima tree, which is very soft and which grows very tall, and is an evergreen tree which is found in this taiga forest. And here we have other trees which also used for making pulp, paper and newsprint. Along with this Salima tree, we also have the trees of chir, pine and cedar. And the animals which are found in this coniferous forest are silver fox, mink and the polar bear. These are the different types of forests which are being discussed in this chapter. Now let us move to the second category of vegetation, that is the grasslands, where we have the moderate rainfalls here. And the grasslands are again categorized into two categories, that is tropical grasslands, temperate grasslands. Tropical grasslands, as the name suggests, it is found near the tropics, between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. It is on the either sides of the equator. Here what is grown? Grasslands. So grass is grown on the lands. Here the grass grows very tall, 3 meters to 4 meters in the tropical grassland regions. It is sometimes known as savannas in Africa, pampas in South America, like that. It has different names in different continents and places. What are the animals that are found here? The animals that are found here are the elephants, zebras, giraffes, deer and leopards. Coming to the temperate grasslands, as the name suggests, these are found in the mid latitudinal extents or in the temperate zones, grasslands. But here the grass is not as tall as that of the tropical grasslands. So here the grass is very short. And here the animals which are found are wild buffaloes, bisons and the antelopes. Here they are called with different names, as I mentioned. They are called in different names in different places. And coming to the last type of vegetation, where the rainfall is really less or dry, scorching heat and scanty rains is a common feature for the thorny bushes, where these thorny bushes are found. These bushes are grown in the dry deserts, where the rainfalls are scanty, heat is scorching. And what are the things that are found here? Mosses and lichens are grown here, and the very small shrubs are grown, that also only during the summer there. Only during the summer time they are found. So this type of vegetation where only mosses or lichens are found and the grass is very small or thorny bushes are found here, that type of vegetation is called tundra vegetation. This is found in the continents of Europe, Asia and North America. Coming to the animals which are found here, the animals which are found here are seals, walruses, muskox, Arctic owl and polar bear. These are the different types of vegetations what we have, different types of grasslands, different types of animals which are found here. In this chapter we discussed about the natural vegetation. In natural vegetation we covered about the forest, grasslands and thorny bushes. In coming to the forest, we covered about 6 different categories of forest, 2 different categories of grasslands, and what about the thorny bushes, in which regions they are found, which latitudinal extent they are found, what is the vegetation that is going on there, why they are called with different names, what are the animals that are found there, what is the amount of different kinds of trees that are grown in the different kinds of forest. All these points are discussed in this chapter.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.